Hey everyone, welcome to this last modeling video of the series. I hope so far you had no problem with everything we've been through, and in this video we will do the last piece of our artwork, and that will be the coffee. And as I promised in the previous video, I will show you how you can take this coffee from my scene, which will be on a gumroad for free, and that you can reuse this. This is because you may not want to do the mug. I think that you already got the base for modeling and you are fully capable of doing it anyway. So feel free to skip it. If you don't want to, let's model it together. Do it for your practice. Let's get more confident in the modeling. Let's get better. But again, optional. So, as promised, let me show you how to reuse the file. You probably downloaded the file from the gumroad and now you have a blend file. What you have to do with the blend file is you have to put it somewhere. It can be on desktop anywhere. And after that, you will go to this file that we are looking at right now, and you go to File, Append. You will look up the location of your file. So for me, it's like this Blender files. I have this Pancakes version 2. For you, it will be just Pancakes. Pancakes tutorial, doesn't matter. Select the file, and here you have a bunch of options you can take from, and I want to take collection and press coffee collection. That's what you will want to do. After you press append, it will bring the collection with the coffee I have used. You can also open the file and check it out for you, but this is the way you import it. It also comes with the cookies, which we will do in this video as well. I didn't mention that. And all you have to do is you position and scale it the way you need it. It also has assigned materials, so you probably won't have to deal with those as well. But don't worry, if you want to adjust them, I'll show you in the last video how to do that. So that's it. You'll have the model. Alright, let's do the coffee. So last time I ended up with this. With all of these. You probably don't have them positioned like I do, doesn't matter. So don't position it like this right now and just hide the collection. One thing I wanted to show you is that if you go to the collection and right click it, you have a bunch of colors you can use. For those out there who like to make it a bit more colorful. Let's make another collection. Right click the scene collection, new collection, double click it and name it coffee. Now, while it's still selected, I will Shift A, Mesh, and add a UV sphere. For this UV sphere, I will use the same thing as before, and that is 24 segments and 12 rings. I will look from 1 on the numpad, front view, tab, go to face mode, and Alt-Z for X-ray, or right here, right upper corner. Delete this half of a sphere. And in edge mode with the 2, I will go away from the front view and alt click this edge, extrude, free movement, lock it in a Z, and just put it straight a bit. So I have the straight line and not the sphere in there. Now let's turn off the X-ray and let's look from down. I want to delete this thing. So I will go to 1 vertex mode, X, and vertices. Now I will close this hole. I will go to edge mode again, select the loop with an alt click, E for extrude, S for scale, right away all in one step. Take this hole, add 3, grid fill, or again, if you have it in a queue, quick favorites, grid fill. Let's leave it like this. I'm going to object mode, Ctrl 1, or blue branch modifiers, add modifier, generate subdivision surface. And I will check how it looks. Right click, shade smooth, and that's fine. So this lower part don't really matter because it won't be visible. It also could be probably larger. I could take this. So I could go to from first view, Alt Z for X-ray. Select this and scale it a bit, maybe like this, to make it more straight. Go to object mode and leave it like this. Also, my mark was slightly more straight, but I'm not sure if I want to do that, but let's try it. This is more of a regular espresso, and I think I did it in some version, but let's go try to make it a bit more narrow. And I think I can show you one handy function as well. So let's go to tab for the sake of the functions. Go up here. If you see in an edit mode, this is proportional editing. It's also on a shortcut O, and what this allows me, now just watch, I'll turn it on here, and now I have this circle which I can scroll and make bigger and smaller, and I can take portion of these connected vertices and move it. If you go to this option of it, there's also connected only. So if you have more meshes, you can just select connected and you will adjust just those connected meshes, not those that are separately. In our case, it doesn't really matter, but let's use it. Now let's work with me. I have the upper edge selected. I will scale and I will move this so it's something. Let's just move this. Moves it like that. And make it like let's make it a bit straight in the overall shape. Let's make it slightly straight, or do it the base you feel like. And now this is fine. I will look from 1. And I will turn it off again. I will go here, turn it off, and now I will manually go to edge mode, select this edge, and just slightly make this thicker. This one as well, like this. Now I want to make it thinner a bit, so edit mode, all of it, scale it, shift Z to lock it in an axis and make it like this. That's good. I like this shape, this is fine. And I want to bring all of this a bit up. So I go from view, tab, GZ and move it up like this, and that's fine. So now I want to add the thickness. So let's use our friendly modifier, add modifier, generate, solidify. Now I will keep this solidify down and look and drag it maybe like something like this. I'm okay with this. Also, if you don't like the shape of my cup, you do your cup, it's totally fine. Anything that pleases you. I'll just make it slightly bigger. Again, S, Shift Z, and just very slightly. And I think I'm okay with this thickness. So now we'll go to solidify, go into the arrow for the menu, apply it, or hover over it, Control A. Now with apply, and I will have a message which told me applied modifier was not first. That's what we talk about, I think in a second video or a third, I'm not sure. This is just that normally I would add the geometry, then I would have the thickness based on the order. Now I just applied the thickness, so the subdivision wasn't applied. It's just telling me that I did something. It's not that I did something wrong, just telling me, hey, you did something that's out of ordinary. Now we have a thickness, so I like this. And I want to make the liquid inside. So let's go to tab, click away, and I want to select this floor of the mug, go to vertex mode, select this middle, and we have a grow function. So if I'll control plus, you can see on a numpad plus, it will grow the selection, and I can repeat this until I select this upper face loop. You can also go to this function in a select more/less, and you can select here or put it on the right click at the quick favorites. But I think that plus and minus is kind of rememberable. Now let's take this, Shift D, and I made a duplicate. I will right click and it still stays selected, and P for a separation. I want to take this and make it a single object, and I want to do it by selection. So I go to object mode now, click away, and I have this a liquid. Let's rename this so we have again some management. I know this is a liquid or a coffee, don't matter, and this is a mug. And now let's edit this. So I will edit this while the mark is still on because I want to know where I am. So let's go to tab, edge, alt click this edge, X, vertices. Now I deleted it. I will take this mark, I will alt Z to see what's happening, take it all with an S and scale it a bit. Scale it a bit just so it's inside. The reason this is better to be inside, the liquid works a bit when it's slightly inside the materials, but not in this case. But if it was a glass, it would work a bit better. In an X-ray mode, I will select the way to deselect everything. I'll select this edge, E, S, same thing as we did always, just make this edge a bit and then close it with a grid fill. F3, grid fill. And that's pretty much it. Also, now while this is selected, if you click the way, Control Z to go back, Control plus, I will look from front view, Alt Z, and put it a bit down. I don't want it to be so much up. You could have also just select this, like this box select, and put it a bit down. Go like this. Turn off X-ray, and this is fine. I might see these edges, so I'll add level viewport 2. And that's good. Now let's add the hand thing, the way you catch it. I don't know, I forgot the name. In Czech we call it ear. Hard to tell. So this will be easy one, Shift A, and go with the torus. The torus got added in a coffee. To be honest, I don't remember the settings I used before. Let's try it together. I wanna see, I might just drag this and see what it does. I think I could be good with this amount of faces, which is about 27. So let's go 24 as the sphere. And the minor segments, I might leave them on a 10. This seems fine. So 24 and 10 should work well. So let's put it up here, rotate it in an x-axis 90 degrees. I just wrote it and go to edit mode, scale it down, go to object mode and put it here from a side, just like this. Right click, shade smooth, and we can subdivide, Control 1 or add modifier and subdivision. If I click away, this works because it's also a background object, so we don't need to bother with connecting this. These kind of connections I would like to show how to do in a more advanced videos. Art-wise, works just well. I wanted to make this thicker. We have something called scale along normals. If I go to tab, select all of it with an A, Alt S, it will do this. If I choose as S, it does this, Alt S does this, and this is scaled by a normal. Let me explain you a bit later. Let's do this just. Alt S and scale this like this. Just make it thicker. If I zoom out, this works much better. Again, you can put this more inside if you want to. Also, if you Alt Z, you can go to face mode. I'll select this. If it selects this, you have to make sure you select the edge that's perpendicular. So like this, and I can select this one, Control plus, delete the faces, same here, like this, and should be fine. You could go further so that it doesn't show up outside, so it doesn't show through. Let me just show you what is the normal. So just watch for now. So as you can see, we have so-called normals on our meshes, and these normals help us to do certain functions with it. It also helps us to orient the way the face or the mesh is looking at. This would be a negative, and in some softwares this can result in transparency. It can basically, you would see through. Where you will rotate, suddenly you see the surface. So this is not in Blender, but this could result in darkening areas and sometimes the object not going the ways you would want them to go. So it's good to know where they are facing. The way you check this, I have this set up a bit, but you would see this red and blue. If you were to go here and turn on face orientation, that would immediately show you the way object is orienting. It's a good practice. Whenever you model something, you go to edit mode, tab A, and that is Alt N, and recalculate outside. This helps you to fix the problem, and sometimes if the mesh is bad, it doesn't fix it, which tells you the mesh is badly constructed. You don't have to remember this for now. I don't think you will need this too much, but maybe it could come in handy. And now the direction. When we did the scale along normals, as you can see, we have basically what this function does. It's following this scale. It's following this face orientation. So if I go now Alt S, it does it along this. The same here, Alt S does it along this. And here and here. Whereas if you just scale, it's scaling it to all axes, and since this doesn't have the thickness, it results in it's just changing the scale of these two directions the plane is constructed in. So it just does this. If it were to have a thickness, it would result again in a scaling in all directions, and scale with the normal, it results in the same thing. So this is the difference in this, because the Alt S just goes with the one direction, whereas the S scale goes in all directions. And this is the direction they are following, that you can see these colorful lines. This is a face normal and this is a vertex normals. Each have a bit different normals and therefore can be used to give you a bit different information, but that's in a very advanced modeling, usually procedure. Most of the time you don't really need this. I hope that gave you some insight, and let's continue. Now, we need a plate for this. You can either model it, same as in the first video, and adjust it, but I will go do a little bit of stealing, and I will go into this collection, and you can see I have a plate here. I will right click, copy, go to coffee collection, right click here and paste. See, now I have a plate, but it's below this. Let me just Control I, because nothing else is here, so it will select the coffee and put it on top of it, like this. And now I want a bit different plate, so I will go to edit mode, go to Alt Z, edge, and select this edge loop, Control X, and select this edge loop, Control S again, and take maybe this edge and put it a bit up, scale it, take this edge, Control X, yes, I want to make it very smooth, Alt Z, take it all, scale it, and object mode, and I'm done. I just adjusted this plate and I basically just deleted the edges that made the sharp corners so that I have a very smooth plate for this coffee. Okay, let's do the last thing, and that's the cookie. I might do a different collection this time. I didn't do it in an original, but let's do a different collection now. So scene collection, right click, new collection, double click it, cookie. Let's hide the coffee and let's make the cookie. Shift A, mesh. I'll go with the cylinder. The same with, I'm going to with the same process as with banana. Select it all with an A and scale it all down in a Z-axis like this. Let's go to T, face mode, select this upper one, lower one, I for an face inset, delete faces. Now I'll do the same thing, I'll close it. So edge mode, Alt click the edge, 3, grid, fill. Now I'll go and select the lower one, again with the Alt click, and the same thing, grid fill, and it's closed. We have the base for this. Let's go and select this edge and put it a bit down, maybe like this. Now Control R, add a loop in here. Let's again select this one and scale it a bit, maybe down like this. Let's go to object mode, Control 1, or add modifier, generate subdivision surface. Right click, sheet smooth, and add the second level. And that's fine, this is a good main shape for our cookie. I want to add the chocolate pieces on this. So Shift A, mesh, cube, go to edit mode, scale it a bit down, and I will dot to zoom, which was kind of unnecessary, but anyway, let's do this. Scale it a bit down again. And let's just select one of these faces, doesn't matter. E for extrude, and scale it to make it thinner. Depends on which axis you took it, scale it like this. And let's look from inside, it's too thick, so let's take it all in a Z axis, it's fine. And let's add a subdivision on 2. Right click, smooth, and it's fine. This is my chocolate piece. You may want to adjust this any way you want. You can make silker one, but I want to this one. I will take this face again with a 3 and scale this like this. Take the back one and scale this maybe like this. That's my cookie. You choose yours. Now I have a cookie chocolate. Now let's go to edit mode. Select it all. And now you freely move this and duplicate as much as you want on your cookie. I will move this with a G, like this, R for rotation, Z to lock it, and put it a bit inside so that it still gives me the transition. If you want to, you can delete these lower faces. 3, select this lower face, X, faces, and leave it. It's not necessary. It's a good habit, as we talked before, in a modeling processing to not have unnecessary geometry. But it depends really on how heavy your scene is, how many objects you have. You do these kind of optimization when it could become very difficult to work with if you had too much of these things, like thousands of these things. In our case, we have only few, so this is maybe a habit thing you can learn. GZ. Let's stay in edit mode, select all, Shift D, and freely move this and rotate this any way you want. You can also edge mode and scale this if you want. Take this face and then face mode. And I'm just switching between these based on what I want to select and adjust. What I can do, I can select this, Control L. For you, that should select linked, or F3, select linked, this middle one we just linked. And that will select everything that's connected. I think I mentioned it in a strawberry video, now I'm not sure. But basically what it does is you select one piece of your mesh and the select linked will select everything else that is connected to this mesh. And the reason the Control L didn't work for me was because I have it on different shortcut. So let me just use it, Shift D, and rotate this again. I will make few of these. Okay, I speeded this up because it's basically just moving, scaling, and rotating, and you all already know how to do that. Also, I use the linked a lot, and the linked, I will show you in some separate video how to set up shortcuts in Blender. Also, if you remember it, and I didn't say it, but if you go to select linked, which has to be in an edit mode, on an object mode, these functions are available in different modes, so we have to be in edit mode, and select linked. And I right click and I can put it to quick favorites as all the functions before. So you can access it very easily even without a shortcut. Let's go to object mode, click away, and this is my cookie. That's good. Now the last thing that I'll do with the cookie is that I will select these chocolate parts, go to the material here in a red ball, press new, double click for chocolate, and then select the cookie, new, material, cookie. Select the chocolate, shift, select the cookie, Ctrl J, and we are good. Now we have the materials assigned and we can separate this anytime we want. So that's it. Guys, thank you for watching this video. This was the last modeling part. This is it. You don't have to position it like this right now. I just have this for you. And let's get to the layout of the fruit and lighting. I hope you are liking the series so far. And again, leave me a comment. Any thought you have, don't be shy and let me know any kind of feedback you can give me. It helps me to make it more watchable for you. Anything you didn't understand, if I was too quick or I skipped something and forgot to say something about anything, just let me know and I'll try to improve and make it a bit better. Alright, thank you and see you in the next video.